So
Mr. Bradley, is your recommendation to not touch it?
No, I think you just have to have criteria for hardship cases, like the mayor named some things. This board can have a policy on that, and if you've got a policy, then I'm confident that Mr. Price can implement it. But just define what you mean by hardship. Say a motor on a well not working is not a hardship. A well going dry is a hardship. And maybe that's what you're looking for, is criteria, so that you're not discriminatory. But if you've got a policy and you apply it the same to everybody, then you don't have a problem. And it would allow for some hardship cases if that's your policy. But it needs to be clearly defined, I think. I think what the mayor wants is he doesn't want Brian to have to make those decisions without guidance. The board can, or we can give him guidance, let him make them.
And as far as like the upsizing costs and like not touching anything, would you agree with that you would stick to not getting any?
That's a decision for the board, it really is.
Oh, come on.
I can't.
Give me the
I can't
answer.
decide that. There's money involved, and it's gonna cost money if you don't, if the city upsizes those lines. And we've always just waited for development, basically, to improve the water lines, as each development's built. But I don't see any, to here, it seems like the only thing you do is maybe give some guidance as to or just say there are no hardships. Just say there are no exceptions. You can do that, like a zero tolerance, but I don't know that you want to do that because of, somebody's 90-year-old mother that needs to, of course, his idea about building a room on the house also works. You wouldn't have to have another house.
this is not the first, and I'm not saying that this isn't true, but I'm just saying this is not the first person that said that they wanted to move a aging family member next door.
So I can't see building a house as a hardship. So I would question what's wrong with the current policy, and if the attorney wanted to, I'm sure we need some help developing this definition and whatever goes with it, but I'm having a hard time understanding how building a home for someone is a hardship.
Brian, could maybe you look around surrounding cities and see if they have like language about hardships, and then if we need to, even in the ad hoc, try to come up, bring it to the ad hoc, come up with some language or something that we could communicate off of surrounding area. We try to really be on the standard with the surrounding area, so maybe we can come up with the language to present what is a hardship, what is not a hardship, and kind of hash it out there.
When do you want that information back?
When is our next ad hoc?
July, second week in July, I think.
I know this person's looking for a resolution quickly. I just need guidance, so.
I would say at this time, we're not ready to change anything.
I'm thinking at the rate we're going is fine. When we get into this area, I think anyone in town could come before this board and explain their hardship, and then we could vote, on that. Worried about a long list. It's obvious what we would consider, I think, a hardship compared to, it's just convenient, or I don't think we should put that monkey on your back. So, we're voting board, we could bring it to us.
Like the mayor said, we're not allowed to ask for information or to ask for proof, but if they wanted to, the night of their hardship to be on the agenda, if they wanted to come have an opportunity, let them know they have an opportunity to speak on it. Is that okay?
Yeah. My suggestion is that we do what you said, let Brian look to what other places do, get some language on hardship. Then we adopt a policy. This is what hardship means. And if you don't agree with the decision of the Public Utilities Director, then you can appeal to this board. That's what you're saying. Anybody in town can come to this council and ask for a tap. And this policy would have him as the gatekeeper. And if he couldn't convince them that it wasn't a hardship, then they would have the right to appeal here.
Because you've got a long list right now.
We've denied 80.
You've got 80 out there right now. So.
But you said
We'll
9.
set, no, that was 9.
That's how many on undersized
So
line.
what we'll do, if y'all, what we'll do, we'll set up a special meeting and just have everybody come in and just sit here until it's all done. I don't know what to do, but once you start picking.
You
want a
first.
policy first? Okay. Well, then if y'all want it quick, then we're gonna need some guidance. Okay.
Quick and important. Getting it right's important.
All right, well,
Yes.
all right, so if it good on that one for right now, let's jump to another one real quick. Let's talk
So let
about
me-
ERU.
So the letter stands as written.
As
So-
of now.
As of now.
So that's what we'll say. Let's talk about ERU calculations, dealing with self-storage units and some of that. So we've met multiple times. Share where we are.